my name is Nick. Today I will read a book about pumpkins. Giant Pumpkins. Written by Garfield Fimbres. Giant pumpkins. Have you ever seen giant pumpkin? One so big it would not fit in a car? People all over the world have taken up the hobby of growing giant pumpkins. Growers compete against one another, hoping to break the record for the world's biggest pumpkin. In 2013, Tim Matheson from Napa, California, won the title with a pumpkin that weighed 2,032 pounds. That's how much a walrus or a small car weighs. The gigantic squash measures more than 17 feet around. The world's biggest pumpkin. Madison grilled 3 giant pumpkins over 6 months. In 2013, his pumpkins set world records for the first, third, and fourth largest pumpkins ever grown. Matheson won more than $50,000 in prizes for his pumpkins. He showed his world-record pumpkins to the world on a national television show. While growing them, his daughter, Tara, joined her dad in the pumpkin patch every evening. Tara cannot walk or talk because of a rare medical problem. She is my inspiration, Matheson said. I took her out to patch every night for 2 hours and should be smiling. Once Matheson started growing plants and pumpkins, they got bigger every year. He said using the best seeds, soil, and plant food was his secret. Matheson shares the seed from his prize-winning pumpkins with growers all over the world. He hopes kids will grow their own giant pumpkins. It's amazing to watch the pumpkins grow, he said. Someday they put on 53 pounds. It's a lot of fun. Growing a winner. According to Matheson, anyone can grow giant pumpkins if they understand what pumpkins need. Pumpkins growers can make sure their soil is rich with nutrients. They use compost and other organic matter in soil. Rich soil helps pumpkin grow quickly. Growers use seeds that are known to produce giant pumpkins. They plant them indoors. In the spring, often in April, the plants can be hurt by cold or heat, so they must be protected. Matheson used heaters to give his pumpkins a head start. In the spring of 2013, once it was warmer, the plants were moved to a sunny spot in the garden and carefully watered and fertilized. Growers pruned the plants or cut away extra vines at least every other day. When flowers appear, they are pollinated and the pumpkins start to grow. The best pumpkins grow on strong, healthy vines. Growers are careful not to use too much plant food. Pumpkins can grow too big and burst. When they are the size of softballs, but the best pumpkins are cut off the vines. As a result, the plant food reaches the most perfect pumpkins. Matheson spent 2 hours every morning working in his pumpkin patch. After he came home from work, he spent 2 more hours in the garden every evening. He fertilized, pruned, and cared for his 4 pumpkin plants all summer and into the fall. There can only be one. In October, growers with the biggest pumpkins weighs off around the world. It is an exciting time as growers would wait to see who has the biggest pumpkins for winners. The long months of planting, pruning, watering, and care pay off. The giant pumpkins are some of the biggest in the world. Growers use forklifts and trucks to transport the pumpkins to weigh-offs. They carefully use ropes, straps, and chains to move the pumpkins. At weigh-off, pumpkins are weighed on giant scales to see which is biggest. After the contests are over, growers have creative and delicious way of using the pumpkin's boat. Some growers in countries around the world hollow out their giant pumpkins and turn them into boats. People use paddles to race the boats. Sometimes they wear costumes during the race. A man in the United Kingdom set a new speed world record in 2013. He paddled a hollowed-out giant pumpkin 100 meters, about the length of a football field, in 2 minutes. Giant jack-o'-lanterns. Giant pumpkins can be carved into silly or scary jack-o'-lanterns. Some carvers use powder stew to create work of art. Giant pumpkin pie. Some giant pumpkins are used to make huge pies. Growers of giant pumpkins in Ohio baked a pie that was named the world's largest in 2010. It was 20 feet wide and weighed 3,699 pounds. That's a lot of pumpkin pie. Growing giant pumpkins can be a fun way to spend time in the garden. Maybe someday you will grow the world's biggest pumpkin in your backyard. That's it. Thank you for listening.